That's it to be ready. Uh, this is the topic, holistic Jain spirituality. Okay. No, I'm just let everybody just come and should we start or anybody's? We are all okay. That's all set. Okay. Now, we wanted to talk about this holistic spirituality. Okay. What is holistic spirituality? That you look at all aspects of the religion instead of only ahimsa. Okay. And did you feel? Where is the presentation?
You have that button.
Huh?
You lost it, my friends. It's not there. It's not on screen.
Where you are? Oh. Okay. Thank you. Holistic or comprehensive approach to spirituality. We understand the spirituality. We talk about all the time the spirituality is nothing but reduction of the kashaya. Okay? Comprehensive means analyzing the whole system of Jain beliefs and practices with respect to ahimsa, which is compassion, diet, finance, health, and environment, rather than simply emphasizing some of its individual component. All right? That's the holistic spirituality. Ahimsa and compassion, diet, health, environment, and finances, 6 external and 6 internal finances. Okay? We have to collectively look all the system together. And once you look at that way, then you decide to what extent I practice. Traditionally what we do, basically we practice one component totally. And we don't even look at the other aspect of it. Okay? That is not the holistic spirituality. All right. Guideline for practicing ahimsa for lay people. Non-violence is the highest principle of Jain religion. However, the life cannot exist without violence. And hence, for our existence, which is food and shelter, human beings cannot exist without food and shelter. Okay, for our existence, we must follow the path of minimum violence. Now, basic Jain principle for the minimum violence. How you define minimum violence? That is a very important aspect of it. Because it is easy to say we want to live in minimum violence, but do we have proper understanding of minimum violence? The degree of violence inflicted is proportional to the number of senses a living being possesses. Violence to a living being which has more senses, 5, 4, 3, 2, etc., in this order, is more sinful act than thousands of one sense living being. Okay, that's very simple logic. So it is not the number of souls you are hurting or killing, but it is the soul which has more senses. You should not do, if you find less senses, one available for your survival. Violence to a living being which has more senses also creates a greater impact on the environment. Like to raise the farm animals, it has a greater impact on the environment than growing vegetables. All right. So you got double benefit. Not only that, no higher senses you do, but also you are protecting the environment. Order of violence, self and other. First, human. But violence to yourself is also highest sin. And do you know what violence to yourself means? Yeah. If you get angry, that's a violence to yourself. That is the highest sin. Okay? Now, just keep in mind, that is the highest sin of the violence. And we do all the time without realizing I am one. It's like if somebody is eating meat and has no kashai, I'm just giving you no hypothetical case, and somebody is angry all the time, all right, and eating only vegetarian food. Who is better person? Okay. You see what I'm trying to say? That violence to yourself is the highest sin, in that sense. First of all, we have to be totally vigilant. I don't create violence to myself. All right? Now, violence to a living being which has more senses also creates higher impact. Order of violence, human being is the highest. Animals, insects, bacteria, and one sense being which is vegetables, water, air, earth and fire. Since life can survive by causing one sense living beings, by consuming one sense living beings, Jainism believes in vegetarianism, even though vegetables have innumerable or infinite souls living which are being killed for our survival. Very clearly says, if you cook, if you eat, they are all killed. There is nothing gets survived. Okay? Now, order of violence. Violence or exploitations of the human beings, like child labor. Okay, that's the highest thing. Violence or exploitation of human beings. That's the first order of the violence. Food, first order sin. Food, clothing, shelters prepared by child laborers or by exploiting other human beings. Okay. Violence to five sense animals, second order sin. Food prepared by exploiting or killing animals like meat, milk, cheese, butter, everything. Violence to four and three sense movable living beings as flies, bees, and insects. Now, before you raise the question, let me finish this presentation, okay? Here. And violence to the two sense. Now, bacteria, if you look at the literature, there is no separate indication about the bacteria. But, again, this is recently, when science develops, you find out, okay, that bacteria is a two-sense living beings. You know why it is two-sense? Because if you look at under microscope, okay, you can see the movement of all the bacteria. The one sense don't move. One sense living beings not move on their own. So as long as the things are moving and you see it, they are minimum two sense. All right? So that's a simple logic in that sense, and nobody can dispute even that kind of a logic, because bacteria is not of one sense. One sense living beings you cannot see unless it's all in group. These are all moving. And the violence, one sense, usage of one sense being should be minimum for healthy survival. because we kill them, that doesn't mean we waste. The waste is violence. Because you're wasting now, tomorrow you got to cook more, all right, and you're killing it more. So that's the question I'm talking about. Anytime you waste the food, that's a violence. Because, it could have been used by others. You wasted it, and more violence is committed. So got to keep in mind, American is a wasteful society, right? You go and order, you go for a buffet or anything like that, you just tuck it and then you throw away. You're not using it. No, there's no respect. That's not allowed. That's point is, this is what whole problem is, in a sense. I remember in Montreal, I went to one. There's one restaurant. The guy has a beautiful way of running the restaurant. I could never even imagine. If you waste any food, it's all buffet. You can eat whatever you like. But if you left any food on the plate, you cannot come back in that restaurant again forever. Because when you enter into the restaurant, they take driver license away. They make all the records. And here has the biggest, big sign. There cannot be anything wasted here. You can eat as much as you want to, but you must complete what you eat. Okay? And you would never believe there is a big line always. You have to be in the line for half an hour before you get entry in the restaurant. All right? So, and look at that, that restaurant has the biggest things, okay? Whatever you want to eat, whatever they have, you can eat. But you got to finish, complete, and that's it. All right? So, I'm just saying, okay, but you eat for your healthy survival. So, if you are eating junk food, what happens? You are violent to yourself. When you are violent to yourself is the highest sin with the junk food. All right? So, you have to be extra careful what you eat. And being a non-violent religion and person pursuing it, okay, we cannot and should not eat any junk food, because that's a violence to 5 sense living being. And whether you hurt others or hurt yourself, it's a 5 sense living being. There's no difference. Huh?
Is pizza or junk food?
Pizza?
Is a junk food?
Look, do I really have to explain you? There is so much information existing, available. What is the junk food? All right? And now, if it is a minimum nutritional value, any food, and you are tasting, okay, that is the junk food, okay, with the available choices. All right. One should consume any food that can create violence or kasha within or degrade our awareness. One should not consume any food. All right? What are those things? Drugs and liquor. Okay? Drugs, liquor, beer. Because that you are losing awareness. When you lose awareness means you are losing samyaktva. Okay? When you lose samyaktva, or when that in that influence, you are not deciding right from wrong. So you are losing the samyaktva. That is the highest sin if you consume that food. Right? No, some people will say it's a javnu pani, beer is. Okay. Why don't you tell us why you cannot eat? No, it is not like you are hurting. This is a vegetables. But because of the liquor characteristics, you are losing your awareness. Okay? And when you lose awareness, you are not making the right and wrong decisions. that is the highest, sinful act for that person. Okay, you can see many Jains drink because they don't see it is like may not be eating meat or no anything else, but they do drink, and it becomes. Huh? Yeah?
Off topic, please. Yeah. Continue.
Okay, continue, right? All right, thank you. Okay, one should not eat any food that involves violence to the movable living beings, not to consume anishta food, no nutritional value, okay? And not to consume food, which is like, the food has no value, in a sense, drugs, tobaccos and everything, okay? It is not a food when you talk about this one. So this minimum nutritional value and anupsriyap it is not considered food, and we are taking the food, okay? It's like eating dirt. Okay, when I was baby, mother will put, but no, you start eating, everything like that. I'm not talking about the baby, but what I'm saying, any food which is not considered food, you should not eat. Don't give body all the work for nothing. Okay, that's a balance in a sense. So you are when you eat the food, make sure there is a proper nutritional value which you are eating, so that you can be more spiritual person, because you need a healthy body to become spiritual. All right. Consume only healthy vegan food. Okay, food should be obtained with minimum destructions of the environment. Consume minimum for healthy survival. Eat little less than your hunger early in the day for good health and for proper practice of meditation. Like Vipassana, I told you, early morning 6:30 breakfast, 11:30 lunch, and nothing afternoon. Okay, so the meditation time, which is the evening, your stomach is empty, you don't have anything, and you can do, you creating a proper environment for healthy. For violence to two categories: violence to human being, violence to oneself, and violence to other human beings, okay, which we already discussed, we talked about it. Violence to oneself is the highest sin than violence to others. Do you know why? If I hurt to myself, it is a higher sin than when I hurt to somebody. If I commit suicide, it's the most highest sin than when I murder somebody. Do you know the logic behind it? What is the difference? Huh? No, let me explain you the logic. Okay. Why do you murder somebody? Because that person, his presence, okay, is not living you happy life. Okay? Because he is the hindrance to your peaceful and happy life living. That's why you want to murder him. Okay? Suppose that person decided to leave the town, city, not leaving any forwarding address, go and disappear someplace else. Are you going to now, having that kind of the problem with him? Because he's gone from your life completely. Okay? And you don't find even traces of it. If you are committing suicide, that means you cannot live by yourself happily. Okay? Like this is other now. That means you are completely in kashai, depression state, whatever the things you are saying. And you cannot get rid of that. that person cannot go away in any other countries because you are in a depressed state. So the kasai intensity and the duration of the kasai is lot more longer than you are killing somebody. Okay? Or you have intention to kill somebody. That is why self-destruction or committing suicide is the highest sin because your kasai magnitude and duration both are high. That's why it's a higher sin than murder. I'm not saying murder somebody, okay? Don't think in that kind of the logic. Any question why committing suicide is much higher than being murder somebody? Okay? Yeah. Yeah, please give it to them. Hey, come on closer because you guys are sitting on the back and all empty chairs are in the front.
Just curious because committing suicide, I mean, that guy is already got the punishment, right? Whoever does that, right? And at least in this life. So now who's going to decide for him that what kind of sin he has done or on what kind of result or in return he would get in
What do you mean
future
who is
lives?
going to decide? He is the decider.
Yeah, he took the decision and
Like,
he ended his
he is
life,
the
right?
decider. His karma is the one deciding it.
Yes.
Nobody else. See, there is no outside judge and jury. There is no outside agency, judge and jury. You have the total responsibility of your well-beings, of your spiritual progress. There is no decision. What I am just just giving you the knowledge base and the logic. So you decide your own way, your own environment, how to live your life.
Excellent.
Yeah.
If somebody is thinking about suicide rather than actually committing it, then
Once it's a Bhavapran religion. You have to keep that thing in mind. Once you think of it, you have committed the sin. Okay? I mean, you're truly thinking, not now saying that way. Just you have to keep that thing in mind. Okay? That's why you have to be vigilant all the time what you are thinking. Because all sin occurs only on thought process, nothing else. You don't have to complete the act. That's the Jain philosophy. Okay, just keep that thing in mind. Okay. Easy food, shelter prepared by we already discussed that. Just a minute. Now, food related to animal cruelty. There is a one chart missing here. Do you using the old one? Which you are using your computer or mine? There is one presentation missing. One chart, one page. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me just see it if it is coming out. Okay. Now here it comes with the animal cruelty. All right. Cruelty in dairy industry. There are 4 statements. One has to really think. Now, after a couple of charts, okay, and I'll go back to them. That no mother, cow or human, produce milk unless she delivers a baby first. That's a law. Nobody can dispute that law. This is a law of nature. Okay, it applies to both mother and cow. Second law. After the birth of a calf, the cow starts to produce milk only to feed her calf. She also produces just enough milk that is needed for her calf under normal, natural, healthy environment. That's a law of nature. The cow, nature hasn't provided to cow to produce more milk so that human can consume. That's not the law of nature. Like a human being. Human being, the mother will produce just enough big milk for the baby to feed. If the baby needs more, next day mother will produce more. If the baby needs less, the next day mother will reduce. There is a special relationship between the two, and that law is same as the human law applies to the cow. The cow slowly stops producing the milk after her calf reaches to a weaning age. All right? Same thing with human. When the baby reaches to the weaning age, mother stops reducing the quantity, and ultimately when it goes into regular food. Nature hasn't made any provision for the mother cow to produce more milk than the need of the calves under natural healthy environment. Any question to these four laws of the mother? You know, what does it tell? Any drop of milk I drink or I use in a dairy product, it was stolen from mother cow. Stolen, I use the word. It's not, cow hasn't given you permission. Okay? It was stolen from the mother cow that was meant for her baby. Now, if you look at by any standard, the cruelty, that is the highest sin we are committing. And any of these statements what I make, it is totally correct 100%. There is no exception to the rules unless somebody has a defect or somebody's on disease or something like sick or anything like that. But that's not very rare under normal healthy condition. Do you see what I'm trying to bring it out? Any discussion on that? Huh?
Yeah, that's why this center is vegan.
Huh?
That's why this center is vegan now.
No, I'm not talking. We are talking individual. We are talking individually. Okay, we are saying it that in Mithyatva, what kind of the things we do, because we don't have the knowledge. Okay, even if we have the knowledge, but culturally we are programmed in such a way that we don't even feel guilty by drinking milk or using the dairy product. Okay, we are not feeling guilty. We are not doing about it, and that is what I consider. Now, if you knew everything this way, and still you have a situation where you have to drink the milk, that's one thing. Okay, your kasha is not there, your tattva is not there. Okay, you're still carrying the sin, but that is not under mithyatva sin. Okay, so yeah, 1 minute. But I'm trying to bring it out that these are the law of nature. And this law of the nature, you will never find any exception to these rules. And I'm limiting here right now. Okay, the reason I'm saying it. Okay, there are so many other things are there, and I'm sure you may have some questions about that also. That why did Mavi drink the milk, and why did these things happen? Why did that one? Okay, these are all kinds of. I've been going through it all the time. These kind of the questions. Okay, but first of all, if you truly believe this is right, then everything else is immaterial. That's not a matter. Okay, if you believe, and I don't see any reason not to believe any of this statement. Okay, so we can discuss all your questions. I'm not denying that. But first of all, once you're doing that, if this is true, then we cannot consume. All right, this is, now we can talk about all other questions, but these are the primary and most important first order statement what I'm making. Now go ahead.
Yeah, I have talked with some people who had the cows at home, or there were memories of the cow from their grandparents' time. And they said that the cows gave enough milk for her baby as well as for the other people. Now, they said that there's no problem. And remember that this is the time before we had other things, and tractors and other things. So those kind of babies were raised as either farm animal or to give the more milk and the babies in future.
Okay, now let me answer you. Okay. First of all, when somebody says they give enough milk more than their baby and other one, they are not doing under healthy natural environment. They are giving hormones. Every morning they inject the hormones. Either give the hormone tablets or they put injection. Okay, every morning. And the hormone forces the cow's body to produce 3x milk, 3 times more milk than under natural environment. When the hormones were not developed, my grandmother, my mother's mother side, they have the cow. And when I was 10, 12 years old, when I visit them, over there, I always argue with my grandmother that time that why not the calf drink the milk first and then you take the leftover milk. And she said there is nothing left over because those times there was no hormones developed. The cows live a natural life. Okay, I'm talking about 60, 70 years ago. Okay, in the current technologies, in what we have mastered, these things so that we feed the cow, we inject the hormones so that they can produce 3 to 4 times more milk, depending upon the cow's breed, what kind of the cows they are. Okay. And since they are producing 3 to 4 times more milk, what is happened, their body breaks down in 5 years. Because if a servant in your home, if you take 3 times more work than what his body is capable, what happens to that body? So, you are right, but you got to find out all the details of it. Because these are the law of nature. And the law of nature says, even no mother produces more milk than what their baby needs. There is no system in the nature make that things, whether it's a human, animal, or anything else. All right? Okay. Next question. Anything else?
Add to this, I was talking with the people who were in the Indian villages.
Say it again.
This is the Indian villages about 70 years ago, and there were no hormones at that time in India.
No, I'm still not.
Okay, this person that I was talking with was talking about the situation about 60, 70 years ago in the Indian villages.
Yeah, when there was there was no antibiotics, there was nothing. So when all the cows were raised naturally, okay, their pregnancy was not done. Now I'm going to tell you the story. Everybody may know the Tapovan, right? Chandrasekhar Maharaj, Tapovan. There are 2 branches of Tapovan, one in Ahmedabad, another in Navsari. Okay, there are 2 places the Tapovan exists. This is a Jain institute. Okay, I'm not talking anything else. All right? And myself and Ramesh Doshi, the ex-president of Los Angeles, right? We both went to see Tapovan. Okay? In Tapovan, Lalit Dhami, Ahmedabad Tapovan, Lalit Dhami is in charge of that Tapovan. It's a Chandrasekhar Maharaj Tapovan. Tapovan has a dairy. Okay? They keep the cows for milk. Okay, there are 30 cows. We visited the Tapovan for all the things, because this is a boarding house for children for high school. Now they go to the normal school. In the evening they run the pathshala and teachers, and maybe you may be inviting some of the Tapovan people for Paryushan time also over here. All right, so we both visited. We look at the boarding house. If there are 180 children were living there, but at the end, the Lalit Dhambi took us to the dairy, and that was the last stop. So he went back to his office and told the dairyman, "Please bring this to Sahib back to his office back." So three of us sit down. The person who was in charge of dairy, myself and Ramesh. And I said, "Before you show me everything, let me ask you a few questions." I said, "I can see, it's a very, very clean dairy, okay? They were feeding green grass. The place where they keep the cows were excellently clean. You don't find even any problem at all." So my first question, "You have about 30 cows?" He says, "Yes, sir, we have 30 cows." "Are these cows pregnant?" He said, "Yeah, every one of them are pregnant." Okay. So my question is, how do you make pregnant? I don't see any bulls around. Okay. And he said, "We have one bull, we keep it. In which cow I want to make a pregnant, I take that cow to the bull for a couple of nights, and we know when the cow is pregnant, we know that, because it is they're secrets, right? They know, okay, yes, this cow is pregnant, this cow is not. Whatever the behavior, whatever the characteristics, they know. So that's how we pregnant." "Why do you make pregnant? And why do you keep all the cows keep pregnant?" He said, again, the same rules. Unless the calf is born, there is no milk. So first calf has to be born, then the milk comes. Now, animal cycle is 9 months. After same as human, 9 months baby is delivered. After 9 months, 3 months later, okay, they make the cow again the pregnant. All right, so that they are continuously pregnant. So the baby is born and they get a continuous supply of milk for that period. Right? Normally what happens, cow delivers the baby, their weaning time cycle is 15 months. So after 15 months, naturally cow gets pregnant if she wants to become pregnant, okay, or whatever the reason, okay, but not just like one deliver and again pregnant, again deliver not pregnant. Even human being, generally you can see in human also, like after 15 months when child reached the weaning age, and then get the pregnant. Earliest they can get pregnant like that. But then, because after 15 months the milk is gone, so they have to wait another 9 months in delivering the baby before they get the continuous supply of the milk. So just to get the continuous supply of milk, they make the cow pregnant right after 3 months. Okay, so after 3 months, with another 9 months, again baby is born. So before stops, the first calf becomes reach to weaning age or anything, is all continuous supply of the milk. Now you know the logic there, right? I said, fine. Now you tell me, so you must be like making the pregnant 2 to 3 cows every month. That's why all 30 cows are pregnant and distributed across the whole year. When calves are born, 15 will be male, 15 will be female, statistically. Okay, when 30 calves are born, naturally, okay, 15 will be male. What do you do with the male calf? His answer was very great. He said, now we don't need any male calf because we are not doing farming. We are not using the bulls in farming. We are not using the bull in transportation. Like Bradgada is not there. The farming is not there. And that was the previous function of the, no, it's a needed function for our survival. So he said, we don't have any use of the bull except for reproduction. Okay, except to make the cow pregnant. That's the only function left for the bull. And that's one bull is enough. Right? So I said, but what do you do? Well, we give it to the Pandrapur. All right? We will, because bull has no real function left. How long you keep with the mother cow before you take the child away from the mother cow? Somewhere around 3 months, we keep it with the mother, and then we take the child away and take it to give it to the Pandrapur. I said, fine. Now you tell me what happens to cow when you take her baby away from her. And he said, sir, mother is mother. First of all, they know it. There is a sensory perception. 24 hours before we are going to take the baby calf, the mother cow will not let the calf go out of sight completely. All continues that time. Okay? And then when we take, you forcefully take the calf away, they are after us. And if she is not been tied properly, if she gets loose, they run over us and they break our bones. And every year, 2-3 times this thing happens. Every year, 2-3 times, this thing happens. And the worst thing is, next 2 to 3 days, the cow stops producing milk. The shock. Okay. Now, if Jain dairy does these things, what to talk about commercial? Okay? What do you think about the commercial things? No, but let me finish the thing. Then you can, because some of the answers will get it. So I said, since you keep it for with the 2-3 months, are you let the calf drink all the milk and then you take the things away? And he laughed at me. If I let the calf drink the milk first, because they don't give hormones to the cows. So that's a standard measurement, okay? Since it's a Jain dairy, okay, they are not exploiting in that manner. He said, there is nothing left. So, to get the milk for our children, I take the 3 uders milk out first. And the 1 udder milk, I give it to the calf afterwards, not the first one, okay? If he lets the calf go first, fresh, he's going to drink all 4, okay? Because there's no way you can stop it. So, they take the 3 uders milk, all right, first, and then they give it to the calf. So I said, okay, now calf is hungry 75% because you just feed the 25% of the feed. What do? No, you get all these baby calves hungry 75% of the time. Oh, we got up this white powder. We put the powder and mix with the water. It looks like milk, and that's what we give. All right, let me see the bag. Whatever it is. So meantime, Ramesh said, Pravin, please don't ask any more questions. I cannot take it anymore. He said, I'm just going to leave. Okay? This is because people drink the milks, use all the dairy products without really understanding what is happening. But still, he remained that way. I said, let me finish everything right now with this person before we go to office. So we did, and I look at the bag. It is a protein powder, white protein powder. And if you search internet, you will find there are 2 processes this protein powder has been made. One is the slaughterhouse byproduct. In the slaughterhouse, there is a blood comes out, okay? They got to get rid of the blood. So what they do, they process the blood, making the protein powder. That's animal feed. And there are no regulation on animal feeds. Okay, for human food, there are all kinds of regulation. But no country has properly regulated things for the animal feed. And they process the blood, okay. And the second method is weed. In the farming, the weed is grown. That weed, you can process it and make the protein. But that's expensive. The animal slaughterhouse blood is a byproduct. They have to pay to get rid of it, okay? While the other one is more labor-oriented, okay? So you can see what there, because there are no specification on the bag or anything, whether it's come from this one or that one, doesn't matter. But that is what they're feeding the calf. So now when you look into all the aspects of it, and whatever we have done, whatever the things we do for the milk and dairy product, you can see how cruelty things could be. And with a sensitive people, we are non-violent, ancient people. This is what they do. Now, go ahead. What's your question? Or you have it, or whatever it is.
Yeah, this is Shayna's story. Like she's in Bangalore, and
No, you know, Asuben?
yeah.
No, give your introduction a little bit so people. And her daughter is the one who is telling stories. She was in my workshop about 20 years ago at my home, probably.
She sent me some pictures, and they were really very, very sad to see. Like she has now, everybody is calling her Shaina Didi, because she's the one who's doing the compassion work. Now, the people who are owning the cows, if the male calf is born, they stop giving the male calf milk from they don't let the calf to drink the milk from the mother. And the calf becomes really weak and sort of not even able to stand. And then also on top of that, they beat the calf up. So they are totally like fractured legs and things like that. So and then they throw them on the street, okay? So, and everybody knows Shayna, so they call her up and say, Shayna, come over here and pick up this cow. This is sitting on the and he's very, very, very injured, no? So Shayna goes with a truck because she knows a couple of truck people. So she takes them, takes to the veteran and pays all the expense for that calf, and tells him that keep on sending me the pictures of the calf, and every day she goes, visits the calf with her kids to see how she's progressing, no? And once, she gave 3 bottles of milk from her, and she found a big nipple for the cow to suck it on.
Sure.
As soon as she drank the milk, the calf could stand up, and the kids were really excited. Oh, mom, she's standing up, no? And then they started progressing, and the calf became better. The farmer who took care of the calf was really happy, and he told Shayna that he's progressing and well done. Another incident, just same incident of the calf. The calf was so beaten badly, he fractured his legs, he got maggots in the legs and all that, and that calf could not survive. And Shayna pays all these veterinary expenses and everything, says, no, take good care of them. I'll pay you all the penny, all the expenses, but take care of this calf. And also keep on informing me, and I'll come and see the calf as well. So this is what happens when the ordinary people own the cows and calves are born. They just want to ruin them, no? Sort of. They don't want to see, because it's expense to feed them and all that stuff. So this was Shayna's story.
Right. Now I'll tell you my story that right in the city of Palitana. My sister lives, okay? Sister lives in Palitana. Okay. Her husband is a principal on the high school there. And she lives in the Palitana. And right near her place where she lives, there is a big open farm, and on the one side it's all rabari. Now, when the cow is pregnant, they just wandering around for the grass. Sometimes the cow delivers the baby right in the front of her place. Okay. The rabbi comes over there. This is the male calf. They leave the calves right there and take the cow away. Okay? And the calf dies. She has to call the city to come and pick up the dead body. All right? That's the situation. She explained to me, this is the kind of the problem I have it where I'm living near the rubber place, okay, near all this cow under the place. All right, and we talk about our holy city, Palitana. That's where the things are happening. In that area. What I'm trying to tell you, that no matter how you look at the story, the things are not a rosy picture. But what you said, this is same thing happened when Mukesh Doshi of Chicago, his wife, and myself, we were visiting Jambu Vijayji near Sankeshwar. Okay. Jambu Vijayji, I have a very good relationship. Of course, he passed away in the car accident, but that in the accident, I mean, when he was doing VR, and the truck hit him, and there were 3 people were dead that time, 3 monks were dead. But what happened is, when we went there, he knew I'm a vegan. Okay, so he said, Pravin, Chitrabhanuji called me just half an hour ago before you came, and he's insisting me becoming vegan. But after the calf drank the milk, any leftover milk, if you don't remove it, the udder will have a lot of pain. And we got to remove that milk, and that's what we are doing. Now, since I did not answer any question, Mukesh Doshi he is a pediatrician, okay? He laughed at it. He said, Gurudev, can I answer this question myself instead of asking Pravin, because I have full knowledge about anatomies and everything. And he said to Jambu Vijayji, Gurudev, with all due respect, you have no knowledge about this, cows, whatever. There is no milk left, okay, after the calf drinks it. Okay, there is no system in this place. He said, I am not vegan. My daughter is vegan, and I can tell you that one right now. Okay, see, you can look at it. So many children are vegan. In my committee, all adult members, none of them were vegan. Coincidentally, at least one of their child is vegan in every one case, okay? And initially they objected me when I make it dairy ban from my books, okay? They all objected, but they could not do anything. And now they all favoring that you did the right things, okay? Because when the children become vegan, it's tough to argue. It's very, very tough to argue when your own children becomes vegan, all right? And that's what the whole situation is. I'm just wanted to show you how serious the things are, how cruel the things are. Okay, I'm not saying that tomorrow you change or anything, but at least now you have knowledge. And once you have the knowledge, you can make a rational decision, whatever decision you want to make based on your environment, based on your situation. Okay? That's the point I'm trying to bring it out in this subject.
Okay, so I understand that and I agree that. One thought I have is that the anatomy biology was same at the Mahavish's time. So why, or had Mahavish called out on this violence, or if not, why not?
Okay, I'll give the answer now. First you accept this fact. Now I'll give you the answer. Rest of the things are commentary, all right? My answer is not going to change because Mahavish drink milk, so I should drink or no. The cruelty is there. What your son, that doesn't change any of the data. That's one you have to keep in mind. Now, if you look at stories, 24 Tirthankar stories, 23 out of 24 Tirthankar on a first parna drink kheer, all right, rice pudding. Only the first Tirthankar drinks sugar cane juice, all right. Adinath did, the sugarcane juice, the first parna, after taking the diksha, the first parna, and the remaining 23 Tirthankars did this one. Why is it like that if this is the case? Am I right? That's the question?
Yeah, and also I don't see much of the literature among Jain calling on the violence or any particular story where the cow has died its own natural death.
No, I could not follow. Go ahead.
You continue with the answer. He is yet to give the answer.
Okay. Now, what I am going to explain you, that is there any principle in Jainism you should drink milk? The story is always explain the principles. You cannot derive principle out of the story. That's why I explain you my second presentation. Here, Bhagwan Mahavir drink kheer. It is only in the story. There is no principle. There is not that story is not explaining certain principles. Then you got to have a sutra defining that principles. All right. That's first of all you have to keep in mind. It is in the story. It is a mythology. It reflects the author's mind, not the actual event happened. You know why I'm saying it reflects? Because the author writes the story. The same author has written 24 Tirthankar story, right? And all 23 out of 24 Tirthankars, he made drink kheer. You mean to tell me that Mahavir Swami, Parshnath, Neminath, and all these Tirthankar, first parna, everybody gave him on the drink, kheer. Everybody, all those, this time interval with this infinite, and everyone gets it, the kheer. All right. So that's a mythology, first of all, okay? Second thing, what is the principle? The principle is, I showed you this external nirjara. The Rasatyak says, doodh, dahi, ghee, makhan, chas, makan, okay, you should avoid for spiritual progress. That is the principle. If Mahavir is delivering the sermon morning, afternoon, evening, showing these principles to everybody, explaining these principles, do you think he can drink the milk? Because the principle is different than the story is. And that's why the story is totally mythology. It reflects the author's mind, not the actual incidents happen. And why kheer is so important? I'll tell you why kheer is important. If you look at the Salibhadra story, the Salibhadra's previous life, when he was a boy, all right, practically everybody may know it, right? He wanted to drink the kheer, all right, because all his friends were drinking the kheer, showing that how great the things are. He talked to mother and started crying, I want kheer. And mother borrowed the stuff from the neighborhood, whichever way, make the kheer, give it to him. And she left. How? For other work. And monks come into the house, and boy did not even drink any kheer. Just put all the kheer. He gave it to the monk in the gochari. With that kind of the act, which is the liking food, he really fight for it, right? Cried everything. That's the food he loved most. And he did not even keep even single drop for himself. And that's why he became Salibhadra in the next life. So what I'm saying is, the kheer is considered very rich food. When you have a guest in your house, you serve them best. When the things come, so that shows the reflection of that time culture, where kheer was kind of a very important product, in the sense that only you serve to guests and right occasions. And that is the reason all 23 Tirthankar got the kheer. Okay? It is not a history, it is not that one. And I don't think Mahavira would drink any milk when he's preaching us the rasatyag. Okay? That he's the violation of his own preaching if he does that one. All right? That's the answer. Oh, okay, sure.
આટલા વર્ષોથી I mean, the physical problem is real for mothers, right? Some mothers may get milk for 15 days, some may get it for 2 months, some may get it for 2 years. If the baby are born, the mother doesn't get milk, what would they do? ત્યારે કઈ Abbott laboratory નહોતી, Johnson and Johnson નહોતું. What they must have used this for a practical solution. However negative it is, but they have to figure a way out for human being to survive. So they figured out if the mother doesn't get a milk, to feed the child, human child, the milk, we have to use cow's milk, or goat's milk, or sheep's milk, or anybody other animal's milk to survive the human being. And I mean, this is something set in all cultures for 5,000 years. It cannot be that wrong.
I'll come to that. I'll answer.
This has been 5,000 વર્ષની અનુભવની એરણ ઉપર થઈને આવેલું છે. આ કઈ 5 વર્ષનું ડિસિઝન નથી ને.
Okay, like I just say, we are not denying the cruelty. But in the past, is not even Krishna Bhagwan drink milks, and the Khan and all other stories what we are hearing. Okay, I'm not denying that. Okay, and I know. If you look in the history of Indian agriculture, okay, India was never in the past independent on agriculture. We have to borrow the food and the grain and everything from other countries. I remember when I was growing up, it was a rationing for grains. I used to stand in the line. India was buying from America under PL 480. Okay, if you remember all the history on that time, because India has always a foreign exchange problems. Okay, not having enough money to pay the debts. And the reason was agriculturally we never produce enough grains and fruits and vegetables to feed our population. In that case, for survival, milk was needed. Okay, because that is the only next best food that is available. But that was a question of survival. And when the question of survival, what is the choice you have? And use that, okay? I tell you again my childhood stories with that one. Because they cannot get the food, my grandmother used to take 1 udder milk from the cow, and the 3 they were giving to the calf. And that was just enough for the family for extra food, whatever you need it. So today, India is producing 3 times more agricultural product than what the need is. We are industrialized nation. We can get the money, then get imported. There is no need for drinking milk for survival. There is no need for drinking the milk for survival. So if you look at that current environment, that no way it justifies drinking a glass of milk or using a milk or dairy product. Okay?
Pravin, can I add a point to that?
Sure.
Yeah, so the answer again, to addition to what he's saying is, you answered that 5,000 years and 100 years. Some tradition or culture which have been accepted culturally 5,000 years ago, would you believe them today? The culture of sati was very well culturally accepted, but it was not correct, as you know now, and you would not accept it. Same was with the culture of slavery in this country just 100 years back. Culturally, very well accepted, obeyed, done. But it was wrong. People found out later, corrected their way, and moved ahead. Right? Same goes for black and white issue. Not long back ago, you might have even seen it today. But as and when you find out the correct, true method, you change the course. You don't blame the 5,000 years ago or 100 years ago. There, the situation might be different. Today, the truth is different. So, just adding to what he's saying, you may have your own opinion, but that's generally what happens.
No. I mean, we are just discussing it right now. Okay? Yeah, that's the point I'm saying. Okay, now let me proceed. I want to finish the presentation. Okay, I mean, we got enough data. We are all smart, intelligent people. We can make our own conclusion. All right, whatever the things are here, use your wisdom. I'm not saying that blindly follow anything. Never do it. Okay, use your own wisdom. Make your own decision yourself. Because if you depend on somebody else making the decision for you, that is totally wrong from Jainism point of view. You progress it based on your understanding and based on your wisdom. You practice the religion. Okay? The just a minute, let's see. All right. Now, the statistics, cruelty, animals kills per day in USA. Okay, the whole article is there in the book of compassion. All right, I put that article.
Yeah, this is 2004 data. It's multiplied now.
Oh yeah, but I understand that. But what I'm trying to say, per day, if you look at the chicken, 24 million chicken per day. Every hour, 1 million chicken is being killed in this country. Every hour, 1 million chicken. Now, can you just imagine the number? How much cruelty we are inflicting for the food which is not needed for it, okay? Which is not needed for our healthy survival. I mean, this is a very, and this is a USDA number, okay? I'm not going to come up with anything no other than that. Cruelty, the dairy industries, which we discuss it, okay? Greenhouse effect, 1.3 billion cows annually produce 100 million methane, tons of methane, powerful greenhouse gas, which traps 25 times much solar heat as CO2. So look at the greenhouse effect. Now, water consumption, livestock production accounts for half of all the water consumed in USA. You know why you have shortage of the water in California? Because where is being maximum water is being used? Animal farming. That's where the maximum water is being used. Okay? So look at that. Now look at these things. Land usage. 1/3 surface of North America is developed for grazing. Okay? Half of the American cropland grow livestock food. Half of the American cropland is for animal feed that ultimately produce meat and milk, both. Okay, slaughtering in that one. 220 million acres of the land in USA have been deforested for life. No matter, because we deforest the land, what happens to environment? Significant imbalancing. Okay, 25 million acres in Brazil and half forest in the Central America has been deforested for life. So these are all real number. It's not a make-up anything. So I'm trying to tell you, okay? And this is the reason what we are saying. Now again, these are all statistics you can read in the article or in the graphics. Now let me proceed further. Waste. 230,000 pounds per second. Per second. Okay, this much pound of waste. Polluting air, water and water system. Okay, And this is like 20 years old or 18 years old data. Now it's significantly lot more. Okay. Okay. Now, impact on the health. High cholesterol, high saturated fats, high incidence of the prostate cancer, calcium deficiency, recent study. Now, we believe like milk, no, you get a proper calcium. Actually, it leaches the calcium out of the bone. Now, this is all the recent study data. All right? And less hygiene. In my case, I tell you, like cholesterol, I used to have a cholesterol of 200, 210. I'm talking about when I was 54, 53 years old. Okay. By becoming vegan, it took about 2 years. My cholesterol dropped without any medicine, 130 to 140. Okay. From 200 to 210. My LDL was 120, now it's 70. And my HDL was 30, 32, now it's become 50. Okay. Only by changing the diet. There is nothing in it. So, we are the cause of our health. We are the problems. And if you use, instead of pills, if you use your own food as a medicine, you can improve it. All this situation. All right. So you can see I'm kind of and plus all other problems disappear. Okay. So that's the point. When I was like 50, 55 years old, I had a lot of arthritis built in my knee. And doctor tells me, you got to do surgery. We will open the same knee, clean out the arthritis and put the same knee back. Because I cannot even get up in the morning and be ready to go to work because of the pain. And I did it by changing the diet. We did it by completely changing. No surgery. There is nothing like that. What did I do? No caffeine. See, there is a relationship between arthritis and the diet. And that is not this is not a dairy product I'm talking. That one has nothing. But no caffeine, no soft drinks. It's been like more than 20 years I have drank the soft drink one. Okay. No caffeine, no soft drinks, no citrus juices. Okay. And no fried food. These are the 4 things you do. And when you do, don't cut down. It's a 1 or 0. I'm an electrical engineer, right? If I want to practice it, either you eat or you don't eat. It's like our fasting. When you fast, you don't take, so okay, I cut down the food. No, that's not cutting down the food or anything. Okay, you don't take it, period. And you can see significant improvement on your health because this is all junk food we are avoiding. Like any fried food is a junk food. Okay, it's a tasty. Because it's so oil-based, right? We all love that taste, okay? And that's what we want it. All right, but it's a detrimental to our health, okay? And that is the point I'm saying. No. Okay, so that's the things. Now, let me continue. Cruelty to egg productions. Now, so some people say eggs are non-fertile. What's wrong with it? Have you seen like 1 million chicken every hour is being killed? Okay. Of course, the eggs are not fertile, but you see it in the market. But look at that. What is the consequences? That every hour 1 million chicken being killed, all right, and you want to eat eggs that produces that. All right, enough food given, all the things, you can read it, less acidic and into cruelty to them. Cruelty in work. When I wrote that articles, and not only that, now the government of India banned it. Okay? It is not like that, for the cruelty, for FSSI, pasteurization. But in India, who follows the law? Right? Who is going to impose the law? Okay, government can make the law, but somebody has to, enforce the law, and that's why the things still continue the way it is, and they can type the things and let it go, going that situation. But the cruelty in work, I hope everybody knows the cruelty in work. Anybody don't know? I don't want to spend the time if you have the knowledge about everything, okay? Because Ahmedabad is the biggest place where 40% of the works are being made. Okay? That is the point I'm trying to say. And I've seen it. I've seen it, all the things there. How do they do it? How they make it? And that's my nature. I want to experience it. Why I'm seeing it. So that's why it's ingrained. Or I don't have to take wow or pachkan that I'm not going to eat this or I'm not going to eat that. I can't eat it, period. So there is no need of taking the pachkan. Like, I don't take pachkan that I will not put my hand in fire because my knowledge is such that I'm not going to put it in. All right, for that you don't need a pachkan. Pachkan you need something you tempted to do and you want to stop not doing it. Okay, for that you do the pachkan. But something you are not going to do it, you don't need to take pachkan because it's in your nature. You cannot do it. Okay. All right. Let's see what is that. Jainism is eco-friendly, ahimsa, non-possession, self-restraint. Okay. We talk all enough about it. And the nirjara we already taken care of. No, external and internal nirjara. This is kind of little bit repeating in it. I think I'm concluding here. All right. So this is all we have discussed it. And Dhyan, meditation, everything. So that's a book of compassion. So at least I completed the article. I hope I give you enough information with the enough logics and why I'm going to do it. Still, if you have any question, you can call me anytime when the things are over. No, my number is in every book. So, it's the books what you got. Everything's there. So, as far as this concern, if you have any question, otherwise, whatever the time we have, how much time we have? We got 8 o'clock. Okay. Are you still not tired? I can continue for 9 o'clock up to 9 and take one more presentation. Huh? Or tomorrow we want to do it? Huh? Now let me explain you what I want to cover now. Okay. Jain geography I want to cover. Jain literature, history I want to cover. Okay. Because the literature and the literature history is significantly important. Jain geography is important. And I want to spend at least 3-4 hours for Q&A. Or it depends upon the question. I can take another topic, but that's something of the nature of the topics what I want to cover. No, I cannot see that one. Okay. All right. So you can see that one or anything else. I can still cover like Gunsthanak. If you want me to cover Gunsthanak, I can cover it now. Huh? So cover it? Okay, good. No, we can cover the things, Gunsthanak. Okay. Put the Gunsthanak. Okay, this is a good topic. Now, 14 stages of spiritual development. Gunsthanak. Yeah. Stages of spiritual development. That's what we're going to start now. Okay, this is just a measurement. Yeah. His presentation is there. They are in the order, so if you wanted to see, but I think there is no serial number assigned to it. Can you help? Can you help to find those who are not able to find the presentation? Rajesh? Rajesh, just please help everybody. Who needs the help? Somebody ask them. Needs anybody help to find the proper page? Okay. Stages of spiritual development, Gunsan. Jain literature has explained, when you progress spiritually, okay, you are, the measuring criteria indicates, you measure yourself, that indicates on which stage of the Gunsan you exist, okay, and how you can progress further. It's a measurement criteria of your spirituality. Okay, it's a measurement criteria. There are 14 stages of spiritual development. Soul travels from complete ignorance state, which is mithyatva, okay, to complete blissful and liberation state. The order of Gunstana is logical and not chronological. You don't move from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. It's not a chronological. Logical in the sense from spirituality point of view. But we don't just go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Okay? We go up and down all the time, and we'll discuss it that way. They are arranged according to the principle of decreasing sinfulness or increasing purity. Okay? Now, this is just overall summary. Soul in the spiritual path, spiritual development, soul removes its ignorance on the fourth stage. So once you remove your mitatva, okay, you jump to state fourth. Vowlessness, avidity on the sixth stage. Passion or kashai on the 12th stage. At this stage, soul removes only mohaniya karma. So you can really look into it. Up to 12th gunsthanak, there is no other karma has been affected, except only one karma from 1st to 12th. What we have accomplished is remove the one karma, mohaniya karma. Okay? So, soul removes kashai, passion, on the 12th stage. At this stage, soul has removed only mithyatva karma, 1 out of 8. All ghati karmas are removed on 13th stage. Okay, the remaining 3 ghati karmas are removed on 13th stage. At this stage, soul has removed 3 ghati karma, gnanavaniya, darshanavaniya and antaraya. Mohaniya is done on 12th, which attains the vitrag state. On 13th, soul becomes kevali, or soul attains the keval jnana. And on the 14th stage, yoga, activities of body, mind and speech, on the 14th stage, and attains liberation. All right, this is just kind of a general, summary. All right, and at that time, you are removing vedaniya karma, nam karma, gotra karma, and ayushya karma. Now, this is kind of a, somebody just gave me the Gujarati things now. What are all the different karma things? But I did not have the time to convert into English and make it a nice form. I just got it last moment, somebody gave me it, so I just dumped it and put it over there. It just gives you some idea about all these karma philosophies and all that one. Okay. But one thing I wanted to talk before I even start with the mithyatva, another one, is the two karma. The Vedaniya karma and Mohaniya karma. And what are the differences between the two? Okay, that's not a chart, but I just want to give you oral explanation. The Vedaniya karma, which is agati karma. Okay, the Vedaniya karma is a agati karma, which has the two major components, Shata Vedaniya and Ashata Vedaniya. Okay. Just the Vedaniya karma, which is agati karma, is the Shata Vedaniya and Ashata Vedaniya. Ashata Vedaniya, what it means, Shata Vedaniya, what it means, I want to explain. As compared with the Mohaniya karma, okay, the Mohaniya karma, which has mithyatva and kashaya, and how both the things play a role in our life. One thing you have to remember, the Vedaniya karma is agati karma, which is always body related. The sarir, that is the related. It is no relationship with the soul. When you are ashata Vedaniya, means like when I broke my leg. I broke my leg, that is due to Vedaniya karma. Ashata Vedaniya karma no uday. I broke my leg. But because I broke my leg, I become miserable. That is a Mohaniya karma. To be miserable is the soul is the only one gets miserable, not the body. Body doesn't become miserable or not miserable. Only soul becomes miserable. So what we have done, because of Ashata Vedaniya, I become miserable. Okay? But that miserable is a Mohaniya karma. Now, if a person is on the 12th gunstana, he has eliminated the Mohaniya karma, or Keval Gnani person, which has no Mohaniya karma, but still it has a Vedaniya karma. So, that person, even if the physical body has a disease or something like that, that person has Vedaniya karma no effect, but he is still blissful. Okay, because there is no Mohaniya karma. Only Mohaniya karma will make you feel miserable, because it's the qualities of the soul. Okay, so once the Mohaniya karma is gone, the Vedaniya karma do occur. Vedaniya karma exist, and you could have a disease, you could have all kinds of problems with the body, but that person is not going to be a miserable. He still remains a blissful state. That's a very concept is not clear to everybody. All right. That Bhagwan Mahavir's story again. The incident with Gosalak, that Gosalak sends the Tejolisha to Bhagwan Mahavir. Do you know the story of that? I hope most of the people will know the story. Okay? When he sent the Tejolisha did not hurt Bhagwan Mahavir. It circled around Bhagwan Mahavir, went back to Gosalak, and goes in his body, the Tejolisha settled, and Gosalak died within a week, because the whole body was burning for 1 week, and he died. However, there is some impact on Mahavir's body, even though Tejolisha circled around him, and that impact he was vomiting blood or something of that nature. All right? And that lasted for 6 months. Do you know the story, complete story? No. Okay. that lasted for 6 months because of the effect of the Tejolesha. And one of his disciples got worried that even though Gosalak is gone, okay, but he also impacted Lord Mahavira, okay, and impacted Mahavira. He could not even see the misery of Mahavira physically. Mahavira was in his blissful state because he did not have the Monia karma. So, okay, I mean, in a sense, I'm just giving up. But he said that this Gosalak will also affect the Mahavira and Mahavira will die. So he was really begging Mahavira, what can I do to cure this disease, with this in your body? And even the Kivli has a Shata Vedaniya, whichever way you look at it, but it's a bodily things, and that's what is happened. And Bhagwan Mahavir says, I'll tell you what you can do. In this town, a Shravika named Revati lives there. Okay? Do you know the Revati's person? Okay. She has prepared 2 soups. One soup for me and one soup for herself. You go to her house and whatever soup she has prepared for herself, you bring that one. I will take that soup and all my disease will be gone. And he goes to that place, brings the soup, requests the Revati, Mahavir doesn't want the soup you prepared for him, but whatever soup you prepared for yourself, that's the one, I come over here to get that one. He gets that soup, Mahavir drinks that one, and all the disease is gone. Now this is the story. I'm trying to giving out the whole thing. And that Sata Vedaniya problem that created to Bhagwan Mahavira. So it is not like that after the Keval Jnana, person doesn't have it. Now, of course, different traditions, Shvetambar and Digambar tradition is a 2 different approach in this matter. Some of the incident and story which is defined in Shvetambar tradition is not in the Digambar tradition. Digambar believes very clearly, after the Keval Jnana, no Tirthankar, eats or drinks, there is no need for the food and all that kind of the thing. So you have to be very careful. Now when you are interpreting the story, it is a story. Don't consider it's a history. When you consider it's a history, then you are going to misinterpret a lot of things. Right? So that's the point I'm trying to bring it out. But the point what I'm trying to make you is Vedaniya karma is a body related. Don't get confused. Asata Vedaniya means you are miserable. Miserable is your Monia karma. Okay? And Asata Vedaniya karma is a defect in the body. Okay? You did not have somebody get a cancer. That is Asata Vedaniya karma. Okay? Alright? Shata and Asata Vedaniya karma. Shata Vedaniya karma is like somebody, all disease-free body. No person have it. No disease, everything is healthy body. That's a Shata Vedaniya over there. Okay? You can do that one. So I just wanted to make it very clear explanation that don't get confused between Monia karma and Vedaniya karma. Now, these stages. Mithyatva, false convictions or the faith, delusion or gross ignorance state, we all know. And this state is possessed by all souls from the beginning of time. We are in Mithyatva by definition. By definition. So, don't go in a questioning mode when did first karma came and all that things, okay? Soul does not have a true knowledge and a faith, and its true nature in reality, but it believes in ego-centered personality and non-reality. Okay? There is a 3 progressive stages in Mithyatva. From Mithyatva, you get acquired to Samyaktva. From first stage, you go directly jump to the 4th stage. Mithyatvamonia, Misramonia, and Samyaktvamonia are the 3 intermediary steps before you reach to the 4th stage. Okay? These are the 3 intermediary steps. First is the Mithyatvamonia, then the Misramonia, and Samyaktvamonia means clouded right belief. You are passing through, is a learning stage, what you call it. Alright? And soul migrates to the 4th stage after acquiring right knowledge and having right conviction of that knowledge. And having the right conviction. So it is not only the knowledge or proper knowledge, but you have complete faith in your knowledge. That is the key. Now the second stage name, this is you don't go, but from 4th stage, sometimes people fall down. They attain the Samyaktva, but if the Samyaktva is attained by suppressing, you are going to fall. Okay? When you fall, at that time you pass through the second stage. It's a falling stage from 4th to 3rd to 2nd to 1. So when you fall in that order. When you move from 1 to 4th. Okay? When you fall from 4, 3, 2, and 1. And only way you fall, if you have suppressed the Mithyatva. Okay, if you have suppressed the Mithyatva, then you get the Samyaktva, but it is suppression, it is going to react, bounce. Soul has a taste of true belief. This state exists only when actually falling down from 4th to the 1st stage. Duration is less than 48 minutes. It's temporary. Now, they say it, okay, sometimes they give you a similarity that if you are vomiting, okay, let's say you ate some nice food. When you are vomiting, you still have some taste left in that vomiting things. That is called okay. All right, that's the Saswadan state. The 3rd state is the Misra. Misra state is mixed partially with the raw belief. That's again when falling down. Okay? Sometimes, the people are always thinking, this could be right, that could be right, I'm not. So he's not sure what is right. That state is called the Misra. Half of the time in Mithyatva, half of the time in Samyaktva. Okay, this could be right or this could be right. They cannot make up their mind properly. That is the state, Misra, but that's also falling time. Okay? Mixed or partially rational belief. Also the condition of mind while actually falling down from 4th to the 1st one. After first fall, condition of mind going up. So once you fall down first time, the second time you can go from 1st to 3rd and then 4th. Okay? But not in the first one. Duration is also less than 48 minutes. Now the Samyak Drashti, Samyaktva, right faith, this is the state. Okay, this is the 4th state, which is important one. This state is a gateway to liberation. You cannot attain liberation unless you reach to that state. Now, if you put more right effort in the right direction, you will be going into that. The soul migrates directly to the fourth state from the first. Soul possesses right faith. All right? Okay, everybody, fine. So, soul possesses right faith, samyaktva, right knowledge, and self-control, lack of self-control, and conduct. Hence, it is known as avid samyak drishti. Okay? Just a theoretical explanation. There are three ways to achieve the samyaktva, which I already discussed. Upsam way, kshaik way, and kshayopsam way. Okay? Upsam way is be suppressing. Kshayopsam means partial suppression and partial eradication. Okay? And kshaik means completely eradication. Eradication means things don't arise, that's it. Things don't come, which is the, and kshaik is the ultimate goal. That's the one who is going to get the kevadi, Gyan. Three types of right faith and four types of Lantarubandhi Kashaya. What it means, I don't want to go into the technical detail, but the intense passion, intense growth, intense maya and love. Now, because you have a good knowledge of Samyaktva, you don't have it, period. You are with the knowledge, you are not going to be that angry that you want to destroy the whole world. Okay? That is called the intense anger. When you are destroying the thinking, or whether you can destroy or not, that is not the point. But that kind of the thinking process, you will never have it with that samyaktva. All right? So that is the state you are in. It's a measuring criteria for you. Now you come to the fifth stage, where you take 12 vows of lay people. 12 vows of the lay people, when you do that one, practicing partial vows of right conduct, conquering over apratyakhani kashaya, and a higher spiritual stage for the lay people. As a lay people, we can reach up to this state. After that, we don't. Now this is all vyavhar things. Because you are lay people, you have a family responsibility, you have the social responsibilities, you have the religious responsibility. Under those kind of the responsibility, they said this is the highest state you can achieve. All right, that's the only statement they are making it. All right. Next one is the sixth. Pramatta Virata means now person renounce it to progress further. Person is renouncing the world, becomes monks or nun. And when they become monk or nun, okay, they are saying is a full renunciation on a physical sense. You don't have any possessions. You don't have any families. You don't have friends. You are yourself. But spiritually, no, you are not fully aware about yourself or about the soul, about the qualities of the soul. So that's a apramatta. Okay? Apramatta, no, that's a pramatta dasha. Pramadvali dasha. Okay? Pramad state. Pramad is, no, you are busy with other things, but you are not in a meditative state or full awareness state. Total renunciation of material belongings and the family life. Observe 5 great vows through, though possesses some non-awareness pramad, conquered over the pratyakhani kasai. So that is, I'm not going to go into that things. All right? Hello. Come on in. All right. The 5th stages of the spiritual development, the 5th one, now once you come to the 7th stage of the Gunsthanak, it's a aprabhatta. This is the highest state for monks and nuns. There is no pramad. You are aware totally about your spirituality in a sense that whatever actions you are doing, you are fully aware about it, what you are doing. That is the apramatta virat state. That is the state for the Gunsthanak. Any questions here up to the 7th state? This is the highest state for the monks. Now we are going to go further. These things, we discuss it like off and on during the daytimes and yesterday. No, all right. Oh, sorry. Now, the next 3 stages, what you see, 8, 9, and 10, it is a ladder state. So, when you start going up, you go all the way to the top. If you fall down from that one. That is the Gunsthanak stage, 8, 9, and 10, Apurva Karan. 9th is Anivrutti Karan. And the 10th is Sukshma Sampraya. These 3 states is just like a short period, but continuously you are improving your spirituality, and the spirituality is nothing but you are fully aware about your kashai, and you are reducing the greed, anger, deceit, all the kashais are reducing and eliminating, except the greed is left in these 3 states. So when you read the things and the Sukshma Sampraya, you are almost kashai less. You don't have any kashai, any vices left. Now, whether you go from 10 to 11 or you jump to 12, these are the only 2 choices you have from 11. Any question up to this point? Because most of the things you know about it. That's why I'm rushing it also, to cover it. Yeah. Any question there? No? Okay. So from Sukshma Sampraya, Upshantmo, if you have suppressed your Monia karma, now it's going to, if it is not done before, you are going to fall down. Okay? You reach to 11th state and you start falling down. Anything you suppress is going to react. Anything you eliminate, you are proceeding further. Now, elimination means there is no anger or greed arises in you. It is not like it arises in you are suppressing. Okay, when the things arise in you, you are suppressing, you are progressing. But that progress is just suppressing things. Anything what you suppress, it's going to react. It's going to react on you and you are going to fall down. So Jainism has very clearly understanding. You eliminate by understanding, not by suppressing. Okay, suppressing things don't work. So, Upshantmo, fallback occurs due to the suppression of the passions. Number 12 is Akshinmo. Now, if you cross over from 10th to 12th, which we have done by eliminating your kashais, that's a desireless vitrak state, complete eradications of even pious greed. Duration is less than 48 minutes, no fallback occurs. Now, Keval Gnan is assured. Person attains the Keval Gnan in 48 minutes. On 12th state, only the Moniya karma is gone and you got the Keval Gnan. All right? That's easy to say. It's very difficult to get all these stages, but at least it's a measuring criteria. Gunsanak is nothing but a measuring criteria. So you can measure yourself where you are based on this criteria, whatever is given. Now, 13th stage of Gunstanak is only the Keval Gnani state. Okay? There, in that state, you live longer. Whatever the time span you have left, lifespan you have left, that lifespan, like Bhagavan Mahavir, at the age of 42, attained the Keval Gnan and lived 30 years in this state. In this state, for 30 years, at the age of 72, just before, 1 hour before, he reaches to the 14th state. This is the omniscient state, perfection of right vision, right knowledge, right conduct, and infinite power. It is known as the liberation in embodied body. It is liberated soul within body. Okay? And that's why we call it. Kevali has a body, is traveling, is going from place to place, but his qualities of the soul, same as the Siddha soul. Qualities, all the qualities of the soul, Ananta Darshan, Anant Gnan, Anant Charitra, and Anant Vidya, all that qualities are same as the Siddha soul, except he has a body. And the 14th stage is the Ayogi Kevali. That Ayogi is a passive omniscient state. Now that state is also very short duration, and you remain in that state very small time and you attain the liberation. Okay, now your Ayusha is done, all other karma is done, and you attain the liberation. So this is like a brief overview. Okay, in a short time, I'm going to give you the 14 stages of the Gunstanak. All right. Any question? Today we covered significant amount from morning 9 to evening. And like I say, the presentation I did before, you may have still more question to it, but at least you have understood that and what we are doing, and now we got the Gunstanak stage. Yeah.
So every year, probably thousands of people take the Diksha. There are few acharyas appointed every year. And why do we say that none of them get up to the 12th stage? I mean, some of them should be arriving up to 12th stage.
No, I could not follow the question. Oh, sorry, let me go.
Yeah, he's asking there are a lot of dikshas in India. Why not lot of sadhu or sadhvi get to that higher stage?
Why they are not getting to the higher state? Okay. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind. All right, there is a big population of monks and nuns. Right. There are so many sadhus I know, which is with a very, very high spiritual state, but they don't come out in the public, because the reason they are at the higher state, because they are within themselves. They don't go outside, promote themselves. They don't do that one, okay? They are just in their own meditative states. We do not have an exposure to all these states, okay? We do not have that exposure. Keep in mind, you get all kinds of people in that community, particularly when you can see number of dikshas that's been occurring it. So many, okay? There is a lot of things happen. You have to be watchful, you have to see, you have to look at their achar, conduct, what they are doing, and then decide. Because you find all kinds of the people in that function, all right? Why you are not able to see at the higher level stage? Because how would you see it? You are not even in touch with them while sitting over here. All right? So, world, any group, you find good people, you find average people, you find somebody which is not proper for that position. It is the we have to be deciding factor from that point of view. Yeah.
I just had a question on the it's called what? Samyaktva. The order that you had given before was Upasham, Kshayopasham,
Right.
and then Shaik.
No, the order generally happens Upsham, Kshayopsham, and Kai.
Right?
The one I wrote it over there is a wrong order.
Okay. And then the question is the suppression or eradication is just all to whatever within happening within me, or also my whatever to people around me.
No, only within you.
Okay, so my fears, my anger, my whatever
your-
desires, whatever.
Like if you have anger
Right.
and you are suppressed,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that is one case. But if the anger does not arise in you, that is eradication. Like
Yeah.
I told you at that time, can you make Bhagwan Mahavir angry?
No.
No matter what you do, can you make him angry?
Right.
No. That means he has eradicated anger.
Right.
Anger cannot arise in them.
Right.
Only compassion will come out of it. Right? Whatever you do, whatever you tell.
Right.
That's a eradication, completely.
Got it.
And anything in between, partially suppressed, partially eradicated, that is kshayopsham.
Yeah, but it's very easy when you say कि suppression नहीं करवानो, ना anger नहीं करवानो. But my point is, नहीं, एक minute, to help myself, let's say. When you can basically, the only way out is to, as you said, to clear it out or whatever. You need to do that, right? To get that anger out or that fear out, or to get your whatever desire, basically, is. You are not giving us any tools to take care of it.
No, all the tools in the spiritual matter is reflecting on your
Thoughts.
weakness, reflecting on your, that's a tool.
Okay.
Okay, see, this is a spiritual matter.
Yeah.
No, it is not like one do these things and you will or do a try and you are going to get out
I
of
didn't
anger.
mean
It
that.
is not like that. What I'm saying is, you reflect on your weaknesses. And when you reflect on your weaknesses, slowly and slowly you remove it. That happens.
Okay.
Okay. Unless and until you analyze every evening or before you go into bed, 10 minutes, what all your thoughts, what you've done for the entire day, and decide how can I improve. That is the only self-feeding mechanism. That's the only way you can do it.
Right. But what if we are in a position where we have to, like, few people under us, like, and we have to do some, not suppression, but like you have to kind of a little bit more controlling, let's say. Is that considered to be one of...
When you have few people under you, but what you do, how you are act with him, how you are interfacing with them, are you doing it with anger, or are you with the compassion you are discussing with them? Some people sometimes you deal with the anger. No, these people did not do the work. How can I do that one? You get frustrated. Okay, that's one way. Or you work with them compassionate. You train them. Whatever the information tools they need, you provide them, and you do it. That is the thing. That's the way to act with the others. Any? Well, anybody asks, go ahead. What happens is, let me get others opportunity. That is the point I'm trying to pull out. Just a minute. Anything, anybody? I like to just give me a minute. Like because I just don't want to be waiting other one. We have our president is here, Sri Jaswant Modi, and could you come over here and at least come on down, address to the people. All right, come on in. At least to come over here, you just coming down. All right, because just to.
Jai Jindra and Jai Jindra Pravin Bhai. I'm very obliged that you chose the Jain Center here in Los Angeles to come down and give us a deep discourses and knowledge about the Jainism. I'm sorry that I could not register myself because I have some personal issues, but I have heard a lot of things about this workshop, and you did come, you gave me an option, and I said we would like to have this thing happen over here, and you made it happen, and we thank you very, very much. And I can see that it's a deep knowledge of our Jain basic principles. So, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Jaswant. Like when I communicated with him when he made the center vegan, and now my whole vegan presentation over here and making them why we have to become vegan, all right? And if there is any doubt, some people have it, I have removed it that way.
I just want to tell you, I came from a different place. My son is at home taking care of my wife, so I said, well, I have a little time to go out. So I was at a fundraising for Pratham. That's where I came from. And Senator Cory Booker, he's a chief keynote speaker over there.
Okay.
So he's a vegan person and he does not drink. So one of the questions we asked him was, why did he become vegan? So he says in '92, he was probably close to 100 pounds overweight. He wasn't feeling very good. He has some medical issues, and he was looking for a diet to get better and to lose weight. So he tried different diets, and he became vegetarian at that point, and he started feeling a lot better. And then he got into the vegan diet, and he felt much better. He lost a lot of weight. Today, he's a foot taller than me, and he's athletic. His health is just great. So he was a Pratham fundraiser, and I've been going to that for quite a few years. And they called me, so I said, I think I have a little opportunity to come in. So from there, I wanted to meet you, and I wanted to come to the temple for an arati. Today is my father's anniversary, and this came down over here. So thank you very much, and this came down a great day.
Thank you, Jaswant bhai. Just stopping by.
You already have we should all become vegan. I think it's a great thing, and your inspiration is very helpful.
It's like I was explaining them, I'm 77, going 78, and working all day from 9 to 9. With that age, right?
I tell you, about 5 years ago, I started becoming, I was vegetarian all my life, started becoming vegan, and I have some health issues of myself, which is diabetes, high blood pressure, I was taking several medications, and now I have cut down a lot of medication. I was on 6 medications. Now I'm down to one very small dose. My sugar is well controlled. I have lost about 40 pounds of weight, and I would say I'm much more energetic today than I was 5 years ago.
That's true.
And I think it's great.
By the way, I'll tell you this one. By the way, tell you, like in Chicago, Rakesh Bhai was with me, all right? And he said, you know, Pravin Bhai, I become your disciple in last 5 months. I become a vegan. Okay? The Rakesh Bhai right, said that just tells me right there in my... And then, he explains to me, and I knew he did not become vegan because of cruelty. He did become vegan because of the health. So I said, no, how is your health and everything? In 5 months becoming vegan, I'm out of medication. There is no medication, nothing. Now I say, I'm totally free. That is Rakesh Bhai's word to me. That's nothing more than that. All about it. And see what happened. The doctor advised him that you cut down all these things. Otherwise, he's been, like he's 25 years younger than me, roughly about, he's like 52, something like that, 51, 52. And look at, he had all kinds of trouble health-wise. And just by 5 months becoming vegan, he had significantly improved his health. All right, and out of the medication.
I mean, he has improved quite a bit. Rakesh Bhai was here not too long ago, and I had an opportunity to meet with him personally. And he mentioned to me that, he told me that he became vegan, I think sometime this year in maybe early February.
Yeah, 5 months he said.
And since then he was taking insulin, quite a significant dose. And when I met him, I think he came here in July.
Yeah, but the 5 months before that.
In 5 months, he said he's totally out of insulin. He does not take any insulin. He feels much better. He has lost some weight, and he has a lot of energy.
So now there's a significant benefit. Enough data now available, to make sure that we get that things going, because we got to take care of health. Otherwise, all the doctors will take care of us with all our money and everything else. Okay. No, thank you for coming by, stopping by, telling the everything. All right, now we can conclude it this time, or any other questions or anything, anybody has it? Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, we need those articles, so the Dalai Lama article and all those articles, references.
I'll forward the Dalai Lama's article, okay, that what Dalai Lama told in the Emory Universities, and I just copied that one, that if you have to choose between the truth and Buddha's word, I said, I'll choose the truth, and that's what the Buddha told me to do it. So that was the biggest thing, what he has done. So Dalai Lama is a great leader, and a great way of putting the things, in that area. And I'll distribute the article tomorrow, or I'll give it to Raj, and let him know. He will be able to distribute that. Now, tomorrow again, we are going to have history of Jain literature, the Jain universe, the whole concept of that, and why it is like that. We are going to have, question answers, whatever questions on these 4 days. But keep in mind, I haven't created any trouble for this society. Otherwise, they will never invite me again with all my presentation. I'm kind of sometimes the people get little upset when you conclude a lot of things. Okay, but all what I have done is teaching basically the principles, and make your own self the decision. Okay, not because I said so. This is what the principle is, and the whole 9 yards of the veganism, and for the health, and for cruelty, and for environment. If you don't do it, we are going to destroy the environment, then there is no hope. There is no humanity left. So make sure we work for improving the environment, for the health, and for all that one. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we will do it tomorrow. Yeah, but we just want to do Kami Misabajvi before we do it, okay?
Just a question. Are you going to in any way cover rituals and puja?
Yeah, all the question wise I will cover it.
Oh, that's questions.
Okay.
Not anything that you have as a...
No, I can discuss it with all the rituals and then we will cover it, okay? In the question answer. You want to just go and recite Kame Misabajvi? Go ahead. Sarve jiva Savuesu Veram Majham Nakina. Jai Jitendra. And see you tomorrow for breakfast 8 o'clock. Our workshop will begin at 9 o'clock. Okay? Thank you. Huh? Nandan Suri? No. પાંજરાપોળમાં તો બરાબર છે પણ પાંજરાપોળમાં તો હું રહેતો હતો મારા વર્ષો પહેલાની વાત કરો.
How do you switch off?
Yes. Oh. Yes. And let's have this. This gives us the card for action.